So here's a new anime that I'm completely addicted to. And here's the thing. It's really hard to get me into an anime these days because it's either a slice of life anime, a romance anime, or the anime is based in high school. Granted, I will watch animes who have high school, and also, there are anime out there. This is the biggest one, the one that's growing even faster, and I think it's really putting a damper on anime itself, depending on how you do the story, is the Ichi anime. Oh boy. Look, guys, I love me some titties as much as the next guy, but sometimes it just gets really ridiculous. But along comes this anime that came out this year, I believe, known only as Blockade Battlefront. This anime is freaking awesome, and if you're not watching it, seriously, go find the episodes online. You can find them here, Crunchyroll, wherever. Go see this anime now. I'm going to say that right now. The series isn't done. I think there's one more episode that they said this last episode's going to be a bit longer, and it's going to tie everything together. So this is a 12-episode epic, and it's really good. So let's talk about the story of Blockade Battlefront. The anime is based around it's set in New York, Manhattan to be exact, and what has happened is that this dimension has opened up, and all these different creatures, all these different types of creatures from another dimension entered Manhattan, but however, rather than try to take over and, create a new world order or whatever and make humans enslaved, the creatures from this world turned out to be friendly. Yeah. So mankind and these creatures from... Imagine if Cthulhu's dimension opened up, and instead of, wanting to drive everyone insane and enslave everyone, Cthulhu and the other great old ones are like, friendship. Yeah, so that's pretty much the story we're going around with. We follow our main character is called Leonardo Watch, who has the ability to, with his special eyes, he is able to see things that most humans cannot, as well as some creatures from this extra-dimensional era, and now he works with a group called Libra, who all have their own abilities, their own supernatural abilities that were given through this event, and they, pretty much solve crimes and battle this guy called the King of Delusion, also known as Fent. That is the anime in a nutshell right there. What do I think of this? This is really fun, although granted, it's stuff you haven't seen before. That's the thing. I feel like Blockade Battlefront really just kind of cherry-picked from all these different anime, because most of the weapons are based on blood attacks, and where did that come from? Dead Man Wonderland. The special eye thing, I'll tell you, there's like 30 different anime I could tell you right now that has that same kind of power. What else? The whole supernatural hunting thing? Oh yeah, let me pick and choose out of that basket. But that's the thing! Even though it's like it's pretty much like cherry-picked of all this different stuff that I've seen 1,000 times over, it's pretty fun. I actually really like it when animes go out of the norm. Like, I hate... there are some high school animes. Hell, that's 90... You're talking about 85% of anime these days. Well, actually, I should say 90, actually. But, yeah, when you give me an anime that has, characters that can, basically... that not only sets it outside of Japan, that's always fun. Also, this series is out in dub, so I feel like it feels more appropriate because it's based in America, and they actually got a good dub cast for it. Not to say sub over dub. There's some subs I do enjoy over dubs, but I feel like it feels more right, geologically right to have, a dub for this. It's kind of like the same thing with Baccano, where you hear the Japanese, the original cast for Baccano, and it doesn't sound right, but then you go to, the American dub of Baccano, and this is the same for Black Lagoon, and it feels like, yeah, they perfectly cast everybody for this. So, yeah. There is some great casting in here. The original voice of Alphonse Elric, I forget his name, he's in here and he plays Leonardo. And the action in here is really fun. Favorite character so far? Actually, I like all of them. Even Leonardo, who is... you feel really sympathetic because he wants to protect his sister from a demon who... there's a reason why he's doing this and why he has the special eyes, and I don't want to delve too deep into it. But yeah. Anyway, so my favorite character, I think, so far right now is Reinhardt. Reinhardt's a fucking badass. He's like this just unmovable stone. He's almost like Beast if Beast didn't mind, kicking ass and taking it. Well, Beast does. Hank McCoy does do that, but more like if violence was his first action. That's kind of how it is for for Reinhardt, and he does give off the Hank McCoy kind of impression. He's intelligent, he's articulate, but the moment things the things get bad, he is willing to drop everything and beat you senseless into the ground. We also have Zap, who can, more or less manipulate blood into a blade. You've got Chain, who is a super speed werewolf woman who can turn invisible. You've also got other characters. You've even got characters based off of other characters. There's one character based off of Carnage. There's another based off of Abe Sapien from Hellboy. It's clear that, once again, and again, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Hell, as I've always said, every story has been told. Every story has been told. It all depends on how you tell the story. And trust me, the story here is pretty fun. It's, this anime is an absolute blast to watch. I find it very enjoyable. The dialogue in said anime is just plenty of fun to listen to. They pretty much got an excellent dub cast, and the action in here is a lot of fun. The story is very well put together, in my opinion. It's nothing short of just fun. That's what it kind of boils down to, is that it just kind of boils down to being fun. It does kind of follow it follows a very episodic story. It's very, each episode is kind of their own thing. But really, there is an overarching story. It's kind of like the same thing with Rin, Daughters of Monosumi, where it has their own one-shot stories, and it kind of builds up to one. Each one-shot story builds up to one big story arc, overarching story arc. It kind of follows that. Kind of plot line in a nutshell. So anyway, not much else I can say without, spoiling some major stuff there, but yeah, if you want to check out, like, a fun, supernatural, ass-kicking anime, I highly recommend Blockade Battlefront. I just came upon this by accident, and I was like, hello, how are you? Yeah, so anyway. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this anime review, and I will see you guys later.